me see if my sound is working.
There we go.
All right. That's up and running. How are we doing, everyone? I know it's been a while. Been a little while. How is everyone? Yes, I'm a little off here. Hang on. Oh, monkeys. How you doing, Jay Watterson? And let's see, Rumble. See, hey, at least a couple people over there. Okay. All right. So, little while, yeah, it has been, but I have reasons. Boing. I'll go over here. We'll give you something nice to look at while I get me out of the way. Maybe. So my mouse line is getting caught on everything. Good grief. You would think gamer mouse would be a little better at this stuff. Yes, I actually do have a gamer mouse. All right, so how's everybody going? Yeah, it's been a while. I've had some reasons. I put a couple posts up. I had some family stuff going on. Also some other stuff around the house I had to do. Some stuff with the other family, not the family I was having some issues with. But I think my brother and I have got things under control for now. But I'm not going to lie, and I know feel free to go, really? This type of crap, somebody like Tim Pool would automatically poo-poo me for this. But also, it kind of burns you a little. It's not my main reason, but it was one of the reasons I didn't try to, tired after dealing with my family problems, try to do a live stream. When, YouTube is 100% shadow banning my channel. Actually, not even shadow banning. It's just openly banning. I sent them more analytics they wanted. Showed the gain, and poof, right back to 212. And suddenly, they had nothing to say to me. They suddenly, after sending it everywhere, every time that it was supposed to be sent somewhere, suddenly they're like, well, yeah, I got an email that pretty much was like that. It's pretty much, pretty much I was told that's the way the algorithm is right now, and well, I'm just not part of it. So it kind of makes you not want to, if you're dealing with family problems and a bunch of other things going on and you're really tired after a 17-hour day, you're not looking at coming on here and busting your butt no matter how much you enjoy it because, well, okay. Whether people believe it or not, a lot of this does cost time and money, so it is what it is. Yeah, Jax, yeah. So that's one thing also, but mostly it was the family issues and got multiple family members that are aging, having some physical and mental deficiency issues, so we'll see how this goes. All right, guys, but how are we doing? Yes, we are going to take a little lighter tone tonight. We will maybe talk a little bit about a couple of bad things near the end. But yeah, let's talk about the thing that's going on everywhere. Oh my God, Sydney Sweeney. And as everybody's probably seen it by now, this ad is what set everybody off. This ad is what's caused everybody to go knuckin' futs. Now, I do not know if my studio rebooted with this on or off. So please, Jay Watterson, do me a favor, buddy. Let me know if this plays the sound. Because this is the ad that has pissed off everybody on the left. I mean, how dare we show a white woman in an ad these days? I can't remember Sydney Sweeney ever saying anything, by the way, political guys. But boy, the left is attacking her. She's a Nazi. She's a racist. Oh my God. So let's play this just for those that don't know. I don't know who you are. The 2 people on planet Earth doesn't know about this. But, jeez, come on. I thought this would die out. But let me know. I'm going to hit play. If it doesn't play the sound, it's the stupid setting in my studio that I have to invert it this time. So, all right, here we go. That's interesting.
Sydney Sweeney has her canes.
That was it. That's it. That's it. That ad caused a And I'm sorry, I must call it what it is, a racist, hateful kerfuffle over that's it. The lefties have been melting down ever since this ad, calling Sydney Sweeney, hey, okay, I'm going to cause my own controversy. I don't think Sydney Sweeney's as hot as half the people out there are saying she is. Do I think she's cute? Yep. Do I think she's above average? Yep. But if she's some, oh my God, she's the hottest thing since Marilyn Monroe and all the other uber celebrities. No, she's not. In fact, Sydney Sweeney, 20 years ago, we would have called her, okay, she's cute, above average. Yeah, good. She's a good-looking girl. But we wouldn't have been going, oh my God. The only reason the other people are fawning over her is, hey, look, a Hollywood celebrity type who's not out there shitting all over the fans. She's not crapping on the fans. She acts like an average person mostly, as average as you can get in Hollywood. And she's not just hating on everybody. She hasn't dipped her toes into politics too much. She hasn't dipped her toes out either too much. But she hasn't been attacking people. And I guess if you're white, you don't attack some people or act like a jackass. That's a big reason to be hated. I mean, the very fact that these people, she's a cute girl. Yes, she's got good genes, but I don't think she's all uber beautiful. I mean, if you look at pictures of her in bikini, she's got kind of a flat butt. But hey, you know what? She's pretty cute. I mean, if I was single, and not like I'd ever, get her caliber, but woof. I mean, yeah, you don't boot that away. But I mean, come on. It's obviously a clothing ad. There's the jeans. Oh yeah, she goes back. There's the jeans. And they did a double play on words. A simple double entendre is what has the leftards, and I'm sorry, the racist black folks melting down. Now, the funny thing is, if this would have been some black, so let's say even, okay, boy, I'm going to dig myself in tonight. If this had been some fat black chick wearing jeans that are like size 29 husky, or the size comes in Peterbilt, and they'd been walking away with hands on her ass going, Shaniqua has great jeans. There wouldn't have been a peep from the left except to say, oh, stunning and brave, amazing, this is the way America should be. That's what we'd hear. But because how dare a cute white girl, one that's not fat, I'm not saying all black girls are fat, there's a lot of hot ones, but we know what they would have shown. That's what made the left happy. If it would have been a skinny black girl or a black girl in decent shape, they still wouldn't have been good enough for them. It had to have been a Shaniqua. And I know not everybody named Shaniqua's fat, so sorry, guys. I get to generalize a little. But they're melting down because how dare we have a pretty good-looking white girl on an ad here? And to all you lefties, I'm going to say a quick screw off. This is stupid. Dude, if you go to Zimbabwe and watch TV there, you don't see Zimbabwean people going, oh my God, they had a black girl in an ad for clothing. Screw you. They're mostly black there. What's wrong with a majority white country having white people? It's crazy how we can't have white people anymore. The racism against white people is getting nuts. And that's going to bring me a little bit of a rant here. Ooh, surprise, right? I am wondering if civil war is not the biggest problem we have in this country. The chance of that. I'm wondering if it's a chance of a race war. The left has been steering us and pushing this race hatred for a long time now. This is stupid. Just stupid. They are pushing race hatred, and right now the black people are the ones, I'm sorry, you are the racists. You are the ones out there doing videos talking about how you hate white people. Imagine if this is reversed. If you could find as many videos of current white, especially white women, out there talking about how they hate the black people. We're tired of being nice to black people. That's it. Oh, I hate them all. We need to remove them. We need to attack them. All this crap. Imagine the nuttiness going on. Hell, we'd have all of our cities burning right now. Oh my God! Attack! BLM. Yeah. But hey, black people can say they hate on Sydney Sweeney because of a clothing ad. Because we didn't put some fat chick in it that's black, gay, les, trans, whatever. Just idiotic. And it does make me wonder, because we got all these race attacks. I don't have to post them up here. We all know. Cincinnati. Come on. Cincinnati police chief comes out and blames the media for the mob of black folks who attacked these white people. I don't give a rat's fuck what they said to these poor, tender black people to make them so upset that they can't control themselves. And they attack them. Yeah, the black guy who walks up and sucker punches a woman, a white woman. Imagine a video. And oh yeah, we get to play this game. Imagine a video of a white man who sucker punches a black woman, knocks her out cold, bleeding from her nose and mouth and eyes, laying on the pavement. Dude, we would have cities burning right now. Cities. But black people are going, gee, got what they deserved. I don't give a shit if this guy used the N-word with a hard R 100 times. Words are words. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. Grow the fuck up. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of the black fragility. Yeah, the book, White Fragility. Screw you. It's black fragility because you can't say shit to a lot of them. And I'm sorry, but we have a problem when I'm going to have to generalize anymore because there's so many of them. And yes, it's racist if you say you know black people. If you don't say you know someone have friends, you're racist. If you say you do, you're racist. So, Kobayashi Maru, screw it. I have some, I know some, I talk to them, I don't give a rat's ass. But the problem is we have to be realistic and do math. Math is there's a huge amount of the black population that is just bad people. I'm sorry. You're racist as shit. You can find video upon video upon video on TikTok and X just openly espousing their hatred of white people. We got attacks going on all over the country. Black people are attacking white people. And maybe it's about time that, I don't know. Maybe it's about time white people take a page out of the BLM and Antifa playbook. What do you think? I'm telling you right now, black people, you better fuck off and stop it. You're acting all badass, but I'm telling you right now, you are on the losing end of this. Why don't Asians pull this shit? Because they're good at math. I guess, let's say, here, let's dig that hole. Obviously, we can tell that math is not the standard ghetto person's strong point. Yeah, come on, Whitey, bring it on. Okay, fine. You are 12 to 13% of the population. And out of that 12 to 13%, let's say 5% so half. Let's say a little under half. Let's say 30 to 40% of that. So maybe 4 to 5% of the black population are the criminals, racists, and pieces of shite. There's 60% of this country's white. So 5% of the country versus, even when we're nice to you and knock us down to 45, that's not good math. You are going to push too hard. You are going to attack some white person and they are going to have a firearm, and unfortunately, something bad is going to happen. And then you're going to be screeching and screaming and going nuts. Them heads are going to be a bobbing and a weaving. You're going to be out there, Black Lives Mattering. You're going to pull some shit. It's going to get ugly. I'm not saying this because I want stuff like this to happen. This is stupid. This is a warning. Stop it. Stop it. Every single black person I know thinks this shit is stupid, and a couple of them are worried this is going to push for race hatred, that this is pushing white people to hate again. they have not had to watch. Look, and I was talking to a friend the other day. He's like, I haven't worried about watching my words around white people since I was born. He's like, now I'm having to. I have to watch and worry about my words because of this shit. I want to make sure I don't look like I agree or talk like or anything in common with these ghetto pieces of crap. And I feel for him. It's like, dude, that is tough shit. I mean, that's stupid. But I think we are possibly heading towards a race war if this doesn't stop. And I am just saying, black people, you got to... This is to the bad ones. Not all. That 40% of that 12 to 13%, I'll say 13%. 40% of them, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it's 40% are not good people. They are racists, haters, and ghetto, and idolize gangsta culture. The other 60% are great people, just average, everyday citizens we walk around with. But to that 40%, you are playing with fire. You are used to being coddled and getting away with shit. You are used to nothing being done back at you. You're used to having BET networks. You're used to being coddled, words we can't use. But God forbid there's no censorship on what black people get to say. So don't talk about how you're held back. You have more freedom in America right now than white people do. But people you say supposedly holding you back. Tired of it. But this is stupid. And the Sydney Sweeney thing is partially racism from the black folks. It is. But the other part is just left lunacy. The fact that this is keep going. White liberal women and black women hate Sydney Sweeney because, one, they hate themselves and are miserable. Boy, that's true. Jay Watterson, sorry, buddy. I'm not going to open any links tonight. I'm just going to go through, do what I kind of was interested in doing tonight. I'm not going to get too sidetracked. I'm up late. I'm very tired. So I'm just kind of stick with this. But, I mean, I'll open it and look at it, but I'm not going to be going around too many places tonight. Kind of on a mission. Already wandered myself a little farther than I wanted to, but that's just me. Let's see here. I'll let that go. Come on, boy. That is slow. Slow. Yeah. That's a good post, though. But yeah. But this is stupid. She's attractive and successful, and they aren't. Oop. She represents a cultural shift. That is true. America's decided it's okay to be white and proud again. Well, some areas. But yeah, it is time to stop this, because this hating on all white people is purely racist. Being proud of being white is fine, and it's just over with. I think a lot of people, I think the cultural shift is real. I think people are dead tired of it. I don't care what race you are. I think most people are tired of this shit. And I think that's why the Sydney Sweeney ad is pissing off so many. And so many actually have to come out and say, we're standing behind a blonde woman who just, oh my God, yes, she colors her hair a little, I get it. But a blonde, attractive girl that we have to actually say, oh my God, we stand with Sydney Sweeney. It's a pure idiocy. And some of the shit these people say, but hey, but the lefties have no problem idolizing this. They will hate on this. They will hate on this girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dislike that. That's bad. That's not true feminism. That's not true womanhood. This is true womanhood right here. And I'm not blowing those pictures up because nobody needs to be subjected to that. Woke women hate Sydney Sweeney because she's white and beautiful. Fact. Same woke women who celebrate this this slightly off-center white man, this biological man, saying he's a biological girl. Yeah. Woke women suck. Woke women are ruining civilized society. Yes. So, I mean, this sums it up between these two posts. This bad, this good when it comes to women. Got it. I could stop right there, log off, say done. But the craziness from these lefties. Whoa. Yeah. Y'all will never make me like Sydney Sweeney. That bitch is racist, no matter how you look at it. How? How? To this moron, to Miss Kitten here. How is she racist for being in an ad with a Ford Mustang, a classic Mustang, shutting the hood like she was working on the car, which none of us believe, but makes men go, damn, that's hot. Doing an ad for jeans, walk away, putting her hand on her butt, and they say she has great jeans for a jeans commercial. How is this racist being in an ad? So once again, if this was a black girl shutting the Mustang hood, actually shutting the Cadillac hood, yeah, let's lean into this. If it was a chubby black girl shutting the Cadillac hood and loping back with her hands on her butt cheeks, and they go, Shaniqua has great jeans, or Alexis, that's the one. Sure, my Alexa probably heard that. Alexis has great jeans, gets in the Cadillac and vrooms off. They'd have been stunning but brave, beautiful. Nobody would have been going, well, she's racist. So, the comments, there are a lot worse ones I couldn't even put on here. Sydney Sweeney is such a weird-ass bitch. Why? Have you ever met anyone in Hollywood that's not weird? Seriously, anyone? Who's not weird in Hollywood? It's called Hollyweird for a reason. But honestly, why do they hate her? Because she's not as weird as the rest. She knows she's a woman, she's an attractive woman, and leans into it. They hate her because she's not weird. Once again, the left always calls you or whoever else around them whatever they are actually doing or what they are. This kitten is weird. This Barbie is weird. But they always project. Sydney Sweeney is such a weird-ass bitch. How are you gonna work on a TV show and share a sisterhood with women of color? Really? When have we seen anybody from the other side go, God, black women, you need to share a sisterhood with women that are white? Never see it. Once again, they only want rules for them. The left has no true beliefs. It's only what gives them power in the moment. Power over somebody in politics, power over the culture, whatever it is that gives them some type of power. No true beliefs. None, zip, zero, zilch, nada, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, I dare you. Come on. We love Tesla, we hate Tesla. Yeah. Russia's gonna take over all of Europe. Russia can't even take over Ukraine. They have no true beliefs. Whatever gives them power in the moment. I would love to see the black peoples coming out going, yes, black women, show your sisterhood with your white women colleagues. Good luck. Enjoy that snowstorm in hell. Sisterhood with women of color. I swear lefties just talk to make themselves. They try to say things in a way that makes them seem intelligent. They'll go, we're just so smart you can understand us. You're too stupid. No, it's gobbledygook. You like to talk like Kamala Harris. Sisterhood with women of color who constantly move with awareness and intention. Yes, awareness and intention of being racist half the time. Freaking out so bad that a lot of times black men do not want to date them. There's a whole problem in the black community where a lot of black women are pissed off. Why won't black men date us? And why are they always dating the white girls? Because I'm going to keep digging my hole tonight. Because the white girls aren't total T-Watts to them. Yeah. If the black guy's working, doing good shit, taking care of his family and everything else, the white girl's like, yay! Black woman, oh no, you nasty a lot of times. Hell, go look at half the police videos out there. Those aren't cherry-picked. It's just, you're doing scurvy shit. constantly move with awareness and intention. So that means the black people that are criminals are totally know they're criminals and they're intending to be criminals. Okay, I'll go with what you said there. Hot-o-go Barbie. And then turn around and lend your face to a campaign dripping in coded white nationalist nostalgia. This is what they get out of jean ads. You can make a joke, a double entendre, and what's wrong with Sydney Sweeney's jeans? So because some jackass, dumb mother pussball, by the way, the guy who ruined a teeny wheel weirdo, Charlie Chaplin mustache, said something back in 1930s and 40s, God forbid we should ever say somebody has nice jeans. Ever? Really? So anybody you look at, by the way, this goes with both sides. Anybody you look at has to be very attractive, very smart, all the above. You can't say, wow, they got good genes. That's racist? No matter what the color? I'm betting no. I'm betting, once again, if this was a non-white woman, they wouldn't give a fuck. It's a copy of the scene from Transformer. Yeah, I know it is. I will say this. Okay, once again, keep digging my hole tonight. I'm using an excavator. Megan Fox was hotter. In the original Transformers movie, Megan Fox makes Sydney Sweeney. The difference there is about the biggest difference between Sydney Sweeney and me. Yeah, sorry. Megan Fox in the original Transformers makes Sydney Sweeney look kind of fugly. Yep. Oh, yeah. Digging. But yeah, I know what it was, Jay Watterson. It's crazy this is what they've worked themselves up into. The hate flowing out of these people and the stupidity. I especially love this. Because once again, down here, this person, Cards on Floyd, nailed it. They hate themselves and are miserable. They are. And right here, this person gives it away. Fuck Sydney Sweeney. You're a fat, ugly, white supremacist bitch. One, that's fat and ugly. So, welcome to projection. What we have right here is this person right here. You should be working at a Cinemaplex because you are a grade A projectionist. You're a fat, ugly, no. So you automatically know whoever this is, whether it's a guy or a chick, they're fat and they're ugly. Yep. And I know where I talk from because at least 50% of that is me. I ain't fat, but I didn't get the pretty side of that ugly tree. Ugh. White supremacist for doing an ad with a Mustang. Being white. Her crime is being white. Man. And we all know your ad was just propaganda. Yeah. Because blue jean ads are propaganda now. Ford Mustang ads are propaganda. Jesus, these people just have. These are all people that we used to keep away from society. They used to be in the padded rooms. Here's your little pills for the morning. We need to go back to asylums, folks. These people should not be out among us. I am Sydney Sweeney's biggest fucking hater. Wow. F. Sydney Sweeney. They like to cuss even more than me, and I'm an auto mechanic. F. Sydney Sweeney, to anyone who ever liked her, is definitely porn addicted and a loser. I missed the part where Sydney Sweeney was in a bunch of prawn. I know you're supposed to say that word on YouTube, but I'm trying to. Where did she do a bunch of that? Where did she do a bunch of ladies in the night? Stuff. Nowhere. Once again, somebody is projecting or wishing. If this is really a dude, they're wishing. They're just upset that she's not in the adult industry. Y'all let Sydney Sweeney get famous off of the worst show of all time. And now she's doing Nazi propaganda. I will not take responsibility in this. Huh? You can't say enough. It's a flipping jeans ad. They use a double entendre, and leftists are such retards or demented idiots. Yes, a demented idiot is different than a retard. Or all the above that they think, Nazi. My God, if anything is ever proved to you that these people just wake up looking to be offended, looking to make anything into an offense, this is it. A clothing ad. My God. Imagine if these people went back to ads 10 to 20 plus years ago. They would think every single ad was Nazi propaganda. My gods. I'll take you guys a chat here in a minute, but jeez Louise. And I'm reading a lot of these. I know we're talking about this down the road. People have been talking about this for a week or more now. And I thought it would go away. I'm dealing with all my family stuff, and I'm still being inundated with this crap. Sydney Sweeney has shown everyone who she is over and over again. Yeah, she seems pretty dang balanced for Hollywood people. She doesn't crap on her fans. Oh my God. She seems like, once again, I dug myself in a hole already. I don't think she's uber beautiful. Do I think she's attractive? Yes. Do I think she's above average? Yeah. Would I boot that away if I wasn't married? No. But she seems like actually kind of a fun girl to be around. She seems kind of nice and fun. From what some peon like me can see, she seems kind of fun. So whoever she is over and over again. Yeah, she seems to have a sense of humor. She knew how to make fun of that horrible Spider-Girl movie. She's a D-tier loser. Once again, projecting. Liv here is projecting because I'm betting Liv, you've done nothing. You haven't attained any of the notoriety or anything this woman has. So, yep, projecting. Oh, sour grapes. D-tier loser who knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, she's looking good, showing off what mom and dad gave her. By the way, once again, they want Sydney Sweeney to be mad and hate herself for something she had no control over. Well, maybe a little working out here or there. In fact, she doesn't even look like she works out much. She's a decently attractive girl. But she's supposed to hate herself for being born with a certain skin tone and a certain hair color and looking pretty good and getting famous. Oh my God, she should hate herself. Lefties hate themselves. So they want everybody else to hate themselves, and they want you to hate yourself so they feel better when they don't like themselves. In fact, they want you to hate yourself and Sydney Sweeney to hate herself more than they hate themselves so they can feel above you. Right now, they cannot stand that somebody likes her better than they like them. So these are the kids whose mommies and daddies told them everything come out of their mouth is special. Probably a lot of only childs are just spoiled brats. Spoiled brats. Then they got the real world, find out the world doesn't revolve around them. Oh, darn. This isn't a case of hating women, LMAO. White people, you have bitches wrapped around their fingers and what? It is obviously a case of hating. Says this isn't a case of hating women, then goes off on white people and bitches. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to say that's your comment is totally about hatred. Yeah. It isn't a case of hating women. LMAO. White people have you bitches. Okay. That sounds hateful. Let me stop a second here. Hey, Ryan, what's up, buddy? Fox was way hotter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ryan, for automatically throwing me under that bus. Yeah, oh. I'm telling you, dude, yeah. Pound for pound, Megan Fox, in her prime, make Sydney Sweeney look kind of fugly. I know, but I'm pissing people off. Thankfully, I have a small channel that nobody watches. And thankfully, YouTube makes sure nobody watches my channel. Ha ha! Sometimes it's great to be held back by YouTube. Because nobody will see this and get angry at me. Oh, you gotta lean into the absurdity sometime. And now that YouTube has pretty much admitted it and said, well, too bad. Okay. So, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. Megan Fox in the day. Whoa. Probably for a while was one of the hottest women on earth. Also, Tanya Roberts back in the day when, like, Beastmaster era. Whoa, whoa. The one I always liked, what was her name? She was in, Schwarzenegger movie. He was the U.S. Marshal. Come on, I'm having a brain fart. Oh, what was her name in that? Oh, she was gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, Sydney Sweeney's attractive, but okay. Sydney Sweeney has said that she was an ugly duckling. Well, if you look at, okay, once again, if you really look at Sydney Sweeney and you're honest with yourself, she is not a beauty queen. She is the kind of girl you'd rather be with than a beauty queen. Because you know those beauty queen, the uber beautiful girls are ultra high maintenance. They all think they're shite, don't have a stench to it at all. And they really think they're all that and a bag of chips and even a whole Coca-Cola and maybe an extra order of fries of that. And it's not fun to be around after a while. It takes too much work. Sydney Sweeney is more the lives in your town hot girl that is still down to earth enough where, dang, she's worth dating. She's worth marrying maybe. She's worth hanging around. Doesn't make you want to claw your ears off. But she's not the most gorgeous thing, so yeah. No, not True Lies. It's, oh, come on. No, he plays a U.S. Marshal, not a secret. True Lies, he was an undercover agent. Oh, come on. Dang it. They got a new version out now, and it sucks. Let's see. Hang on. Schwarzenegger movie where he played a witness protection U.S. Marshal. It is Eraser. The chick in Eraser with him is hot. It is cast Vanessa Williams. Dude, that's how I don't understand racism. Hot is hot. Vanessa Williams that day was flipping amazing. That one, Vanessa Williams. Yeah, I liked it. Eraser was good, dumb fun. And nobody said, oh my God, the black girl didn't do enough. She wasn't super enough. Jeez, just a good, fun, dumb, sit down, be entertained movie. Yeah, great movie. By the way, did anybody catch my thumbnail change tonight? I took a couple of pictures and talked to an AI, had it combine me into that image. And I wore a shirt to match. Come on, man. Give me some credit for theming here. But yeah, Linda Fiorentino was, Gina Gershon I wasn't too hot on, but she was okay. Sherilyn Fenn in The Wraith. And yes, lefties, oh my God, you look at women. How dare you? You're screw you. That's how most of us got here. A man looked at a woman and went, hey, that's a good looking thing. I want to go talk to that. And a woman said, hey, this guy that talked to me, he's cuter than the others have talked to me. I'm interested in him. Let's go to eat and see how we deal with each other. Yeah. And then 6 months, couple years down the road, poof, they had us. Attractiveness is how most of us got here. Most people don't go, hey, look at that big ugly hippo over there. I'm going to go for that. I'm going hogging. Because I want some of that. Yeah. Honey, how about we go home tonight? Back to my place, stop off, grab a tub of Crisco, let things flow. That's not normally how it works. How dare. But man, Sherilyn Fenn in the movie The Wraith. If you've never seen The Wraith, go watch it. It is an epically good 80s movie. Very fun. One man operated rail guns with scopes. Yeah. Dude, Ryan, isn't that badass? Holy crap, that's a badass thing. Back then, and railguns are still, I mean, I think Stargate really started bringing railguns out too. But now our military has some railguns, like, woof. Could you imagine that, though? And they were pretty close on the physics of what those things do. Shooting that fast, you know, holy gosh, the damage those could do. And no bullets, no propellant needed. They would be damn quiet. Craziness. But yes, if you haven't seen Eraser, go watch it. Good movie. And if you haven't seen The Wraith, Charlie Sheen and Sherilyn Fenn. Sherilyn Fenn is flippin' gorgeous in there. All right, I know we're wandering, guys. Hey, Bizarre Star, how's it going? Welcome. By the way, guys, do me a favor. I know YouTube is going to beat me up anyway. Hey, give a thumbs up to the stream, please. If you know anybody else would like to watch any of my craziness, feel free to share the channel out. But yeah, feel free to subscribe. We'll see if your subscription sticks. How's that? We'll see how that goes. How you doing tonight, Bizarre Star, or this morning? We are going over a little Sydney Sweeney kerfuffle. Yes, everybody else has, but I was reading some comments, some of these lunatics, and giving my thoughts on what the hell is wrong with these people. These people, back to some of these idiots. I don't have many more, guys, but these people are stupid. F Sydney Sweeney and F all these dumb white celebrities. White. But hey, couldn't be any racism involved because everybody keeps mentioning white. Huh. It seems like the ones that are racist are them. As usual, the left is the one, race. But then they'll look at you and go, you're the racist. They're like, no, it's you. Nobody that watched Sydney Sweeney's ad went, oh wow, look at that hot white chick. No, they went, damn, that's a hot chick. And the only color came into it as after you lunatics started bringing color into it. So yeah, you're nuts. All these white celebrities saying bullshit and revealing themselves to be the most embarrassing racist peoples ever. Never trust celebrities, especially white ones. Good God. You people are turds. Don't hate Sydney Sweeney for made-up racism. Hate her for being a... I'm not saying that one on YouTube. A sleep-around girl with no self-respect for herself or any woman. Okay. I don't know. How is this just not self-respecting? In fact, I think she respects herself and likes herself enough to go, yeah, I can do this ad. I can pull this off. I look good. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it. We have railguns, but the Navy decided to go. Well, all I know is the Navy, we do have some, we have the lasers. We also do have some ship-mounted railguns. They still are active duty. And they're crazy, but they take a shitload of power. They ain't no handheld ones like in the Eraser. Oh, thank you, Bizarre Star. Don't make a habit of that. Agree with me as little as possible. Oh, man. Yeah, I just couldn't believe while I'm dealing with stuff this week how the hell this just keeps going. And they don't, man, when the left never lets a good hate go to waste. Once they get that hate boiled up, and pretty much what it is was with leftists, the hate is always there. It's stuck in them. And they just can't, they always have to have a conduit for it, a continual conduit. Whether it's Tesla or Trump or whatever, they have to have a continual stream or that just builds up in them until they go knucking futs and then go around doing crazy, evil stuff, attacking peoples. So yeah, they're crazy. There's got to be some hate. Always hate. in them. And then I like the woman says the American Eagle Sydney Sweeney ad brought back her childhood trauma as a brown girl. By the way, if this chick was just walking down the street, I wouldn't even really notice because she's not a lot darker than parts of me at the moment. Okay. Her trauma as a brown girl. These people act like suddenly brown people just popped up in the last 5 or so years in this country. There were never any brown people here until the year 2019, maybe 2017. Then suddenly, poof, brown people. And the white people are going, holy crap. It's like a They Live moment. It's like suddenly white people put on the sunglasses and holy shit, there's brown people. Did you know that? That's what they act like. My trauma is a brown person. F you. You want trauma? Try being a white person in America. I'm going to keep saying it. Try being white in America, where, God forbid, we're blamed for everything. From something that happened 200 years ago. Hey, every white person knows guilty of it because we're all racists. Yeah. We all talk like we're rednecks. We all just like to go to family reunions to get dates. Yeah, look. That's the way they act. White people have got no culture. Fuck you. Got tons of culture. In fact, we built a culture that's so good you wanted to come here for it. Huh. Weird, huh? The world wants to come here for our culture. Dumbasses. It's so difficult to grow up as a person of color. You realize that I'm a color. Sydney Sweeney is a color. You racist T-Watt. Specifically a woman. It's very easy to grow up as a woman. Women are what our society revolves around. Most of our society is there to make women's lives easier. Women are out there trying to make their lives harder right now, not men. Men are not trying to make women's lives harder. Women are. Women are not happy, which we'll talk about in a little bit. We're almost done with the Sydney Sweeney part here. But just the sheer... You could spend days just reading through all the insane comments. I picked some of the more sane. You can't go near Reddit or TikTok on this shit and put it on YouTube. Not some of the craziness there. Woof. Specifically a woman, and view yourself as beautiful in any sense of the word. Why? There's tons of attractive black women. There's tons of attractive Hispanic women. Nobody says shit. Just how dare we find a white girl attractive too? So if we don't bow down and kiss every brown woman's ass and say, you are so beautiful, and then look at the white girls and go, ew, ick. That makes us bad and racist, and that's the only way you can feel good about yourself. Well, then go fuck you. You don't deserve to feel good about yourself if that is what it takes. Yeah, if brown people can look at brown girls and find them attractive, but white people can't look at a white girl and find them attractive, fuck you. And me, I'm an equal opportunity. Cute is cute. I don't give a shit what paint job you have on. I don't give a shit if you're this skin tone, or darker. And anybody wants to give me shit, you don't know my dating history, so screw you. I dated an albino almost once. This chick was very almost translucent, and I've gone the opposite way. So, come on. These people are just professional victims who do not like themselves. Oh, God, let's take a listen to this. This is going to be brain rotting. You ready?
I really wasn't going to weigh in on this, but here we go. It is so difficult to grow up as a person of color, specifically a woman, and view yourself as...
Yeah, so difficult because you can grow up and use any words you want, call anybody else any racist words you want. You get to scream racism about anything and sexism. You get ultimate freedom in this country. Fuck you. It's really hard. You get leg up to go to college. You get, hey, you'll get welfare benefits before the cracker types will. Hey, look at all the bullshit you guys get. You always have a built-in excuse for everything. Damn white people did it. No, they held me back. Yeah, it's so hard. So hard.
It's beautiful in any sense of the word growing up in this country. I remember growing up in a predominantly...
Then go the fuck off somewhere else.
Wishing myself out of this body, out of this culture. Take my name. If it meant that I could wake up blonde-haired and blue-eyed, never having to explain who I am.
By the way, okay, her skin tone has nothing to do with this. What is wrong with her mouth? I'm going to say right now, if you grew up with that mouth shaped like that, dude, go back to Michael Keaton Batman. Take Jack Nicholson, put this chick next to her, do the same Jack Nicholson makeup on her. Her mouth is already there. Yeah. What happened to the Joker? She's already got it going. Once again, I get to make fun. I look at myself all day and notice I got the nose of a lawn dart. I got thinning hair. I'm not an attractive dude. How I got with my wife, I have no clue. I don't say that as a joke. It's real. I have no clue. But this chick, she already got Joker mouth. I don't think your skin color was a problem, sweetie. I think it was the Joker mouth. They're looking at that thing going, jeez, dude. You could fillet a Clydesdale.
About being accepted. That is why this American Eagle ad with Sydney Sweeney is especially off-putting. There's a lot of rhetoric right now online about the political ideologies that this represents.
From you.
And I don't discount that, but for me, I can't help but think about the 13-year-old brown girl who gets all her denim at American Eagle, who already struggles to see her beauty and worth in a world that continues to value white, Eurocentric beauty standards, which I...
Yes, how dare we in a mostly white country? How dare we show white people? Bitch, the black people and brown folks are overrepresented now in ads, in TV, in movies. Yeah, you're overrepresented. Hell, go look at Mark Dice. He's talked about that a bunch. There's a bunch of other creators talking about that shit. The overrepresentation is nutso. I mean, good God, we are so insane now that we will show a family with an Asian dad, a white mom with red hair, but a brown child that has no, and this happens so much that these genetics do not mix, and unless every single family on TV is adopting, bullshit. But we're supposed to believe that's how it works.
I naively thought by this point we would have moved the needle on. And
we have, you're spoiled, you're a brat, you're overrepresented, fuck off. Maybe we need to see less of you. This is what it happens when we showed a white girl. A attractive white girl. We can find shitloads of ads with the brown chicks. But we show a white girl and whole fuck. We have weeks-long meltdown.
This girl is now wishing she too could wake up with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Why?
It took me so long, too long in my life to look in the mirror and see beauty.
Except for that mouth. And you have some crazy eyes. I don't think your skin tone's the problem. Crazy eyes, mouth, and what's between them ears is your problem.
And I hate that that continues to be a shared experience for young brown girls in this country.
So it's okay, once again, if this had been a chubby black chick in this ad right here. Oops, I skipped. I went back. Sorry. If I was on my other, I hit the post. But if it was chubby black girl named Shaniqua, just to pick a name in this ad right here, then everything would have been fine. It's only racist if we show a white person. Got it. All right, we're about done with this, guys. But I'll catch up with you guys, and I'm gonna get Sydney back on here. Yeah, we'll have Sydney on here. Yeah, we're gonna have Sydney. There we go. That's a good pose too. Dang. All right. We built a culture that's so good and all-encompassing, you don't even realize that it's now your culture. White people are the people of night. Yeah. And okay, let's be a dick here. Yeah, surprise, right? white countries are the best countries in the world. Yep. Countries built by white folks are the best countries in the world. And that's the countries that all the Browns folks want to flow to. So, too bad. If you don't like it here, don't come here. And if you don't like it here, oh God, it's so racist, then leave. Nobody's stopping you. You can go back to the home country and enjoy. But I showed videos on here what's happened to the ones who fell for the brainwashing and did that shit. They couldn't go wait to get back here. Yeah. All right. We build a culture that's so good. Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, no reply. I had a week. How you doing, buddy? I had a week. It wasn't a great week. It was a rough week, dealing with family stuff and a bunch of other things. But I had a week. How you doing, man? Digging the shirt? Yeah, man. Also, people didn't notice my thumbnail. That's me. And I did a theme. I did this shirt. And my thumbnail is me as Kurt Russell in Big Little Trouble Little China. Go back and look at that thumbnail close. That is definitely me. I used an AI to combine a picture of me. I had to change it to cartoon form and combine it with Big Trouble Little China poster. So, yep. Let's see. As soon as a woman starts doing bird hands. Yeah, I know. 100%. Black men are 7% of the population, yeah? And too many of them are a big part of our crimes. There are 21 million black men in America in a country of 370 million, yeah? Yeah, so how dare we show white people in ads? Shit. So once again, it's like playing, dude, go to Zimbabwe or some mostly African nations and watch TV. Good luck. You're going to be playing Where's Waldo. You're going to have 3 energy drinks pounded down to look for white people on their TV ads. You think if they got an American Eagle ad over there, they're showing Sydney? Well, maybe. It's so popular now, that ad might get in there. But come on, you think that's their average? No. Good God. Let's look at the Nike ad. Oh, yeah. Nike ads. I mean, come on. Half the ads out there, more than half, black folks are overrepresented. You go to the brown countries, 90+% of their ads are browns. But God forbid you come over here and most of our ads are whites. Shit. Have you seen her shoot a gun? She can shoot. Really? Well, that makes her even hotter. Damn. No, I didn't know she did that, but that makes her hotter. You know, the Mustang makes her kind of less hot. Oh, I know there's some Mustang people are going to go, what the hell, man? It's not funny. Jay Watterson, me either, but I don't want to talk about that tonight because I don't think there's much new going on right now. I'm not happy about it either, but I'm trying to hold off right now with a bunch of stuff going on, and we'll see what goes on, and then we'll just launch back into that crap. I had a lot more things I could have talked about tonight, but I was trying to give us a little break. All right, moving on with the happiness moments, guys. Let me go over and look at Grumble. A couple people on Grumble. But just because we're not talking about it tonight doesn't mean we're forgetting about it. Doesn't mean we have to talk about it every second. All right. I love this. This is continuing on with these hate-filled T-Watts here. People thinking that is the epitome of feminism here. Or anybody that thinks the WNBA is good or deserves more money. Which we all know. Decline cookies. Go away. Why women are weary of the emotional labor of man-keeping. All right, let me help out here. It's her blue Mustang. She actually owns that. Ooh. It's okay. I'm a little partial to the Fox bodies and a couple of the body styles after. Not the one right after, like a puffed up Ford Probe. But some of the newer ones are pretty damn nice. I like the Fox. The Fox bodies are still kind of a nice car. Why women are weary of the emotional labor of man-keeping. You want to know why? because you T-Watts were not happy with men. Oh, toxic masculinity. How dare you whistle at a woman? How dare you ask us out? How dare you open a door? I am woman, hear me, bitch. Yep. I ain't gonna say roar. Because women can't be happy. And I really believe that women have got this. It's genetic for survival reasons from back in the day or whatever. Find that best male mate or whatever. So they're never quite happy. You can make a woman semi-happy. Yeah, I know when I'm married. Trust me, being with somebody long enough, you can make women decently happy. You can't make them happy. There's always going to be something going on. But for a long time now, we keep hearing how toxic masculinity, men are bad, stop asking women out. If you ask a woman out without her permission, that is akin to touching them without permission. Then how are we ever going to know? What am I supposed to do? How am I ever going to talk to you? You got some women who have maced men just coming up and talking to them. A guy a couple years ago, actually it wasn't even a couple years ago, it was like 6 months ago, was trying to tell a woman there was something wrong with her car. He goes up to talk to her and she maces him. This is insanity. So women have been beating men down, telling, you need to be more in touch with your feelings. You got to stop being so manly. Manliness is bad. We don't like men. Be more like girls. Girls are better. So then the problem is, men become betas. They become soy. They become weak. They become weenies. And now what? Women aren't happy with it. They're not going to read much of this, but Justin Loy is a is a licensed clinical social worker in New York City. So gobbledygook person who specializes in therapy for men. When he sees a new client, one of the first things he asks is, who can you talk to about what's going on in your life? Much of the time, Loy said his straight male clients tell him they rarely open up to anyone but their girlfriends or wives. Their partners have become their unofficial therapists, he said, doing all the emotional labor. Now, let's tell me why. One, I saw something Tim Pool actually talked about some of this. Tim is wrong. Tim says, men never discuss this. I've had friends going through bad divorces, Tim said, or divorces, or bad breakups. And we're together. Men don't talk about that. Nobody asks about the divorce or talks about it. We're just talking about Magic the Gathering. Sorry, Tim. Bullshit. If my friend's going through divorce, we are definitely talking about that. Even if it's just that bitch. Some nasty divorce is going on. Oh yeah, guys are talking about that. Because usually the dude is not having a good time. Because since most divorces are filed for by women, and a lot of the men are blindsided, working their ass off, and she goes, well, I'm going to move to this other pasture now. Yeah, so yeah, sorry, Tim. Sometimes Tim gets his head so far up his rich ass that it's hard to... I agree with him on a lot of stuff, and I think he's very good at what he does. But he's really kind of lately been sticking that beanie in the wrong spots. Somebody needs to wash his beanie. Something's sinking in. Men don't talk about if another guy's getting a divorce. Men are hanging out in a group. They don't ever talking about it. You're an idiot. What the hell, man? Men talk about that shit. Men don't get all lovey-dovey and squeal when they see each other run up. Yo, Bob, ooh. Yeah, if you don't see a guy for a long time or something, you're consoling him over his dog who just died or his mom or something. Sure, but yeah, you talk about divorces, Tim. Guys do talk about stuff, but what's going on with I think is one, men have been berated and girled up so much that they've been told they're supposed to talk to their girls instead of the guys. But also, people aren't social anymore. Men don't get out in groups. Go out and look at groups anymore. You go out just walking your dog. 10, 15 years ago, you were walking dog. A lot of other people outside doing shit. Now you go walking your dogs. There's not as many people outside. There's barely anybody outside. Half the groups out there, touch football, baseball, softball leagues, are hurting. Nobody's getting out and doing stuff. Men have been berated for doing the guy stuff. Going out drinking with their buddies. Working on cars and drag racing and doing stuff. Even the dirt track races in my area aren't near as busy because people aren't doing nothing. Men aren't as into it. men aren't doing stuff because we've been told not to be manly. So these women built these beta soys because they hated manliness. But now they don't like the soys either. Because now they're too in touch with their feelings. I want to talk to the women. Make up your flipping mind, women. Make up your minds. What is man keeping? The latest trend that's making women quit dating. You know what? First the trend was, oh, toxic masculinity. Men are too manly. Stop being manly. We're going to quit dating. So then they build men to be wimps, weenies, and wusses. Then they go, oh my God. Oh my God. It's like dating. It's dating a woman with a wiener, which to these days is kind of hard to tell when you are and aren't doing that anyway now. But oh my God, it's like, yeah, you just made guys into you. And if you're a straight woman, that doesn't work. Your whole genetics, you may go, I want this guy so in touch with his emotions, and I want him to act more like a girl and be less like a man. Then you get one and it's like, your whole genetics goes, okay, this sucks. No. Because now if it's a spider, the dude's going, you squish it. And there's a noise in the middle of the night, you want it to be equal. And that guy is going, you hear a noise, you go, hey, go down and check that. He goes, no, you go fucking check that. Yeah. If you want somebody to defend your honor, it ain't going to be him. Good luck. And now suddenly you're mad that you are making more money than him. You're mad that he won't open doors for you. You're mad he won't ask you out on dates. Well, you made this. So these women, maybe we need these women to quit dating. You are the ones that caused this. You threatened to quit dating if men stayed manly. You threatened to quit now that you made them into little girls. Maybe you just need to quit fucking dating, shut the fuck up, go off and live with your cats until you all disappear. Yeah. So, let me see here. Rather have a 67 Malibu? They're okay. They're okay. These articles are to hide the fact that women's sticks are so low right now. Oh, the dating world is full of 30. Yeah, they are. You're right. Women bought into this feminism, girl boss, man hate. It was man hate. And now a lot of these women you can find, once again, video upon video, easily, of all these women in their upper 30s and 40s who are now calling out the fact that they bought into this feminist shit. They were told to go be the man, the girl boss. They were told to have the career. They were told, there's tons of time in your 30s and 40s to have kids. And now they're like, oh shit, nobody wants to be with me. You'll find a guy then. And now you got guys in their 20s and 30s who are going out with girls in their 20s and 30s. Low. And whether you like it or not, just the genetics of it, women usually like to date men a little older, and guys like to date girls a little younger. It's just how we work, folks. My household works the same way. So you are a woman who is 42 years old. You may be making $400,000 a year, which men don't give a shit about. Men don't care. Women care. Women don't like it when they want to emasculate men now for letting them become the girl boss. They're making $400,000 a year. But now they don't want to date a guy that doesn't make $400,000 a year. Ha! Guys don't care. Guys will date a chick that works at McDonald's if he really likes her and she's a good person to be with. Makes him happy. Hey, wants to have a family. He's like, shit, I'm going with her. He don't need somebody making the same money or even close. He has no problem supporting them. But the women, on the other hand, now they can't find their happiness. You're 40 years old. You're going, God, yes. And yes, with medical science, we can have kids into our 40s. Some women even have kids in their 50s. It's not as easy. There's problems, but you can. But if you're a 40-year-old girl boss, now you also have these standards where you think you're making $400,000 a year, so this guy better make at least $800,000 a year. Well, I take to tell you this, any guy that's 30, 32 years old that's making $800,000 a year is gonna be, who wants to have kids and a family, is looking at the 20-somethings girls. you're fucked. So yeah, they've caused themselves a hell of a problem. And there's a lot of women out there decrying the fact that they bought into this shit, and now they're seeing that, wow, I bought into this and I shouldn't have. They're crying, they're unhappy, they're lonely, they're sad. They know they will maybe never have kids ever now. Hell, they'll probably never have a husband now, a lot of them cry about. That they should have done it earlier. But then, boy, you try to bring out some of these lefty chicks, they still have a cow. You tell them, yeah, come talk to me later. So, yeah. Okay. Think she has suddenly stopped replying to texts. Might not be because she's ghosting you. She might just be tired. Tired of being treated like a personal therapist. Then you shouldn't have made men weak-willed weenies. You should have told them to be more feminine. Yes, we men do talk about if our guy friends are getting divorced. We do talk about stuff like that, but we do it in a guy way. We talk about men stuff. Bob, stop being such a wuss. You know, come on. Ah, Bob, she's a piece of crap. You'll get over her. Stuff like that. Suck it up. Well, now you've made the soys. You deal with it. Treat you like a personal therapist. Guys used to have groups of their friends with that, but you don't want them hanging out with those guys. A new study from Stanford University is putting a name to this growing emotional burnout many women feel in relationships. Man-keeping. Well, guess what? I'm going to go back to digging myself in that hole. Hey, ladies, fuck off. We've been woman-keeping forever, dealing with all your emotional shit. Every time a guy comes, we have to deal with shitloads of emotional stuff. Even the best woman out there takes woman-keeping. There's a lot of men been married, knows the phrase. Yes, dear. Okay, dear. You're right, dear. A lot of woman-keeping. So, hey, ladies, you wanted to date women, I guess, yourselves. You built yourself. So now you know what it's like being around you. You built men that are like you. The trend isn't about losing interest in love. It's about women who, I'm going to correct this. Women walking away from the role of unpaid emotional caregivers. And now reversing themselves because first they hated masculine men who didn't talk about this stuff and made them into little versions of themselves with wieners that don't work most time. And now they're mad about that too. As men, more men open up emotionally because women berated them to do so. Only real men open up and talk to girls and women's like this. Let your feelings out. I want to hear. Oh shit, I don't want to hear it anymore. Welcome to our world, ladies. Women are becoming their go-to support system because you've caused that. And many are saying enough is enough because how dare he go out with his buddies? We all know those people, those married couples or dating couples, where how dare, once they're dating, how dare that guy do anything with his buddies? She either goes or else, or he doesn't get to. We all know those people, and there's a lot of them. What is man-keeping? Man-keeping is a clever, no it isn't clever, twist on the term kin-keeping, which describes how women often manage emotional connections within families. Coined by Stanford psychologists, so a bunch of morons who think they know what people's brains are doing. Angelica Puzio Ferrara and Dylan Vergara. It refers to invisible emotional labor women perform in romantic relationships with men. Angelica, Dylan, you lefty tard nuggets. I don't know them, but I'm going to say they are. How about the emotional labor men have to go through dealing with women's emotional wee? And that's talking about the best of women. But hey, well, whatever. Think of it like emotional housekeeping. You know, that crazy roller coaster monthly cycle women have that we've been dealing with forever. How dare women have to deal with the shit that they built for a while? Think of it like emotional housekeeping. Women are acting as therapists, mood managers. Men, if you've ever dated a woman or married one, does this sound familiar to you? Therapists, mood planners, event planners. Honey, where do you want to go out to eat tonight? Oh, I don't care. But then you go somewhere. Well, I don't want to eat here. Emotional sounding boards. Men, is this sounding familiar? All while rarely receiving the same report in return. Boy, this is really sounding strangely familiar, isn't it, guys? Come on. Tell me. Yeah. Boy, once again, the left is projecting. This is projecting right here. This is all projection again. Man, the left keeps proving my point. They project everything onto somebody else that is their problem. So we'll stop there in a second. Catch up. Hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy? Oh, don't worry, Jimmy. YouTube does suck. I will agree with that 100%. If anybody wants to go back and find out why I say that, go check the first few minutes of my stream where I explain that. I see you guys on Rumble. Welcome. So yeah, go check that. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of older women are ending up alone, and they're not happy. They're finding it very lonely. You can't swing your schlong around on the internet without slapping into a video. Even if you got a micro weenie, slap it into a video. Some chick who's in her upper 30s or 40s whining about, oh my God, I'm going to die alone. Yeah, probably. I shouldn't have listened to that. Well, we tried telling you, but hey. How are your sandwich makers? Hey, the funny thing is, Jay Watterson, that a lot of women will have a cow about that. And let me tell you, my wife and I aren't like, my wife's not a trad wife, you'd call her, but she's much more traditional than a lot of women out there. Yes, we do share a lot of the house duties. Days I work long, she's definitely going to cook. Days she works long, I'm definitely going to cook. Doesn't matter. But when it comes right down to it, we both know our gender roles. We both are very happy with being into those gender roles. And yeah, it's can you make a sandwich? Hell yeah, my wife can make a hell of a sandwich. Not only that, my wife knows what I like to eat. Better night, it's a woman thing. That homemaking, that doing stuff for a household. Women do that better. She knows what I like to eat. She can bring me cool stuff. She sees something different. Oh, he's going to like that. Yeah, 100%. And that's how simple men are. Women act like we're some crazy thing. It's hard to figure out. Yeah. No, men are simple. Make me a sandwich. Don't overstress me. And, well, every once in a while, do something. Put on something nasty. And let's go. Come on. I come home some night, you got a sandwich and you're wearing knee pads? I'll tell you what, you ain't getting divorced, ladies. And we're not hard creatures to please. But yeah, I mean, and Jay Watterson makes a joke there, but dude, a lot of men these days would die for that. A man will go bust his ass at a job, get scarred up, cut up, beat up, sunburned, broken bones, doesn't matter. But if his woman can make him a sandwich and bring him a cold beer and wash those dirty work clothes for him, happy man. Happy man. It's how little it takes. And men like that. Men, we like to work. Real men do. We like a sense of accomplishment. We like to have done something. We like to take care of our households. Make sure the wife can be at home. Women, oh my God, he's holding me down at home. Women, no, we like you to be more relaxed. We like you comfortable. We like our children comfortable. We like you and our children taken care of. We will work our ass off. You can take care of the household, spend the money, hang out with the feet, make our kids go, better people, and we're good. We don't mind that. Well, these soy boys do. And these women have built them. I'm 42 and can easily date women half my age. Yeah, that's the way it is, no reply. My wife, I'm not going to tell how old, but different we are, but we are off a little bit. That's the way most relationships are. I think my parents were off 7 years. I think my wife's parents are only off 5 or 6 or something like that. But I have a friend, him and his wife, they've been married a while. They're off like 15, 16 years. They're the other way though. She's older than him. Weird, huh? But then I got another friend, him and his wife. She is 17 years younger than him. It's like, woof. Yeah. It's the way it works. That's just the way it works. Men in their 40s, I'm sorry, baby, life isn't fair, ladies. Men in their 40s are on a dating curve worth more than the 40s women. Yeah. Jimmy, I had a woman scream at me for holding a door. Yeah, I had a couple of those. I'm done with that crap. When I hold a door for a girl now, my wife's been with me and laughed. I hold a door for somebody and they just go through sour face. I'll yell out loud, "You're welcome, ma'am. Have a nice day." Yeah. Holding a door for her, got annoyed after 2 minutes and softly pushed the door when she finally decided to go in. So she walked into it. Yeah. No. I don't know what you mean there, Jimmy. Did y'all break me early? What? No. No, YouTube had an issue with me. YouTube is still having an issue with me. You know, I sent them the analytics, so hey, whatever. I know what YouTube is doing now, at least. All right, so I love how this whole sentence right here is exactly what men have been going through for, well, ever. So, yeah, women, you wanted the men to be more feminine, and now you know what we've been going through, but you're still going to turn around and blame the men. I know I showed this stuff to my wife. My wife thinks this stuff is stupid. Stupid. No, she she says, no, I want you to squish the spiders. I want you to do the dirt, a lot of the yard stuff. I want you to work on the cars. I want you to do the jobs where you feel like getting yourself beat up. I'll be the girl. So, yeah. A woman might find herself calming her partner after a bad day. Huh. Once again, men, does this sound familiar? Every time one gets up, "Oh, Jenny at work, she's such a bitch." It's okay, honey. Yeah, I understand, dear. Yes, dear. Huh. Well, ladies, your own stuff's biting you in the ass. Planning his social life. What a load of shit. Sweetie, where do you want to go to eat? Wherever you want. Then you go there. I don't want to eat here. Helping. Let me help you here. I'm going to change this. A man might find himself calming his partner after a bad day, planning her social life, helping her through personal struggles, and doing it all while handling his own responsibilities. It's not just an occasional thing. It becomes a constant, draining part of his life. Did I fix that for you enough? That is the reality. These idiots from Stanford are dumbasses. Let's see, where did I miss them? I missed them here. Right here. These two morons right here. These two morons should never be listened to again because they took their leftist ideology, reversed facts, and that's all they did. They reversed the facts and said, "Oh, look at me, I'm special." Wrote up a paper showing how amazing they were. Yep, that's what they did. Yep. It's not just an occasional thing, it's part of his life. This happens largely because many women have few emotionally close friendships. Remember, because men will talk crap to each other's faces behind their back. Bob's a great guy. Women are the other way. Women are nice to their faces, but then behind their backs, that bitch Jenny. Women are nasty. Women don't have a lot of close friendships because they are catty. They are very catty. Oh, let's see. In fact, Stanford study revealed that about 1 in 5 women in the U.S. have no close friends, while men usually maintain deeper, more emotionally connected relationships. And I'll say, yes, I'm reversing it on purpose because that's true. Men will have friends for decades. And once you're older, guys can go with me on this. Once you're above a certain age, if you lose those earlier friends, it is freaking hard to make friends. You don't get as close. Yeah. Also remember, women are the majority of the people who want for divorces. So who's more emotionally connected? Let's just say the facts don't bear this out. Without female friends to confide in, women often lean heavily on their partners for their emotional needs. See? See how that sounds to any man? They're going, that makes more sense. The only men that this would match is the soy betas, the weak-willed men who were beaten into submission by feminism, and now the feminists aren't happy they got what they want. So, yay! Women can't be happy. We're happy with manly men. Now they're not happy with the girly men. Good job, ladies. Give me a beer and let me relax in silence for a few minutes. Yeah, 100%. Men are easy, Jimmy. Yeah, you're right. I come home, long day. Don't just start off right away. You know, give me a second to decompress, get my dirty clothes off, maybe a shower if I need it. Sit down, relax, have that cold beer, cold drink, whatever. Just decompress for a minute, and then yes, 100%. Just ask, has it crossed your mind that Jenny may be right? Yeah. Yeah, women are catty. Women, like I said, it's a fact. Men are crappy to each other's faces. Oh yeah, Bob, you're a fat ass. Bob, don't be an asshole. Then behind the scenes, guys like, oh, Bob's a great dude, man. Women are 100% the opposite. Right to the face. Oh, Jenny, you're so great. Angela, you too. Yeah, I love you guys. Then behind, they're telling the husband later, oh, Jenny and Angela are such bitches. I don't even know why I hang out with those pieces of crap. Oh, they're horrible. And everybody knows I'm right. Hey, Martino, what's up? No problem, man. No problem. I saw the ad in the beginning. Maybe the left is mad at the Sweeney ad because she has great genes. But the left think, yes, that Martino, I did cover that. Yes, buddy. I said the left is mad because they're too stupid to understand a double entendre. Yeah. They're talking about genes. They were using a joke, a play on words. And the left is totally ignoring the fact that it's Blue Jeans Company advertising for pants. They even show her in the pants and touching the pants. And they got another joke in with her jeans because she's an attractive girl. So yes, you're with us, Martino. Yeah, the left, well, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is. They're going to latch on to something to hate. They're going to twist anything into something to hate on. I bet Jenny makes a mean sandwich, 100%. Which, Jay Watterson's probably why the feminist woman of today hates Jenny. Because Jenny's husband is happy. Jenny's been married once. Well, the feminist T-Watt, if she's ever been married, has been married 3 or 4 times. And is bitter from either never being married or bitter from being divorced so many times. Even though most times she probably divorced the man and then is pissed off that he's ended up happier and doing better in his life than she's still miserable. Another 1 or 2 divorces later. So yeah, okay. Good job, ladies. You built this, deal with it. That's all I have to say here. They built this. Women built this. But now they're like, oh my gods. Oh my gods. And men, I feel bad for some of the younger men today who were raised in this man-hating sphere, beat down from childhood. Don't you dare be... Come on. We've all seen the videos of women out there mad or unhappy that they had boys. That was a big trend some years back. Oh my God, I had a boy. What am I going to do? I wish I would have got an abortion. Yeah, there were videos like that. I'll raise my boy to be more like a girl. Oh, great. And now we're seeing them grow up and the women don't like it. Good job, ladies. Good job. Proud of you. Once again, you can't totally make even the best woman happy. I love my wife, but even I know there are things they always have to... And we've gotten some fights. I'm like, Jesus, can't you just be happy about something? Sometimes they can't. But they've taken to the extreme. When you mix feminism with some of that stuff, woof, this is what you end up with. Problem is we had this... what we had is a political correct movement before we had this. So there was a time where we had to say people like me don't have a big nose. We're nasally gifted. Or I'm not short. I'm vertically challenged. I'm not fat. I'm horizontally gifted. I'm not dead. I'm the living impaired. Stuff like that. I'm not dumb. You go from that one to yourself. But yeah, it's just, what the hell? I'm not dumb. I'm IQ deficient. You know, we had that where we needed people to stand up and tell the women when they started this, shut the F up. We needed people to be like, not politically correct, go, this is stupid. Don't do this. You're going to make men not be men and you're going to hate it. So we didn't stop it because of political correct movement. Jax is a dude. Of course he's happy sometimes. He's a guy. Pepper is their girl cat. And she's rarely happy with her or something. Yes, Jax is happy because he's a guy who is lurking somewhere. The most valuable lesson I learned in any relationship was it's impossible to make someone happy who doesn't want to be happy. So yeah, pretty much leftists. Yep. Never happy. I know people that are nonpartisan, don't give a rat's ass about politics. They can be kind of happy. I know people that are centrist. Political, but centrist. Yeah, pretty happy. I know people that are barely over the line left. Yeah, they can be happy. I know people that are any spectrum of the right that are pretty happy. Yeah, leftists are just unhappy, unfun people to be around. They're goofy. This shit, they're never happy, proves it. They'll look at Sydney Sweeney. They'll look at Sydney Sweeney and go, oh my gods, because they have to hate on her. Because, I'm sorry, she's attractive more than they are, so too bad. Oh, jeans, that means Nazi stuff. Oh, shut up. Then they go to this, they build loony men, and then they hate it. So yeah, never happy. The prerequisite to being happy is living in the moment. I don't know. I think about the past, I think about the present, I think about the future. I think it's not dwelling on stuff, or it's just, how about this? I think the way to be happy is not just waking up automatically looking for something to hate or piss you off. It's also happiness as being to know that you can't control everything, and nor should you try to control everything or everyone. Deal with your life, your immediate life first. Then maybe branch out. They don't do that. They automatically look like, well, I don't like oil, so nobody should drive a car. I don't like this, so God forbid, my mommy told me everything I thought was number one, so you all are supposed to listen to me. And I think that's the biggest problem. We are dealing with the everybody gets a trophy generation. They were all told that everything that comes out of them is rainbows and unicorn farts. And now they get in the real world and go, why aren't you doing what my mommy and daddy told me? My mommy and daddy told me everything I think is correct. Everything I do should be agreed with. And everything I say is right and just. But wait, why don't you agree with me? They're messed up because of the everybody gets a trophy generational parents. So I think that's the biggest problem with happiness. I really do. All right. What the hell? Somebody down here. Okay. But yeah, that's just a couple things I want to talk about. Now we're going to talk about something slightly less happy at the end. Yes, I reverse things. What do you guys think of these? Man at large after allegedly ending 4 family members, leaving baby alive in Tennessee. Wow. Then we got the other one. Manhunt intensifies for suspect in Montana bar mass, ending. I mean, my lords. Then you got 2 men charged with helping suspect after Tennessee quadruple ending. I mean, woof. I mean, this is craziness. I don't know, this is crazy. Search continues for a 28-year-old man who allegedly ended 4 family members and left their baby alive. Well, thankfully, he did that at least. Authorities said they have arrested and charged 2 other men accused of helping the suspect after the slayings. What the shit? Do they know he did it? If they do, man, dude, you guys can all admit, as men, if you knew one of your buddies went and offed 4 of his family members, and there was a baby there when he did it, thankfully he didn't off the baby, but there was a baby there when he did it, ain't none of, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, ain't none of you gonna help that dude. You're going, dude, no, get the F away from me, and you're calling 911. I don't want some dude that just offed 4 people near me. Because if he'll off his family members, who's going to say he's not going to do you next? Ugh. Insanity. I'd be backing away from this dude while calling 911 and having a big stick in my hand. Ah, dang. The suspect in the endings is Austin Robert Drummond. Is considered armed and dangerous following the endings. Yes, I'm saying it that way because YouTube is already goofy with me. Endings of 38-year-old Courtney Rose, Rose's children, 20-year-old Adriana Williams and 15-year-old Braden Williams, and Adriana Williams' boyfriend, 21-year-old James Michael Wilson, according to authorities. Jeez Louise, what a family. So another woman who had kids from another man that this guy was taking care of. Not saying that it's an excuse, but boy, ladies, that doesn't sound like a trad wife or anywhere close there, does it? Man. The victims were ended on Tuesday and found along a road in Lake County, northwest Tennessee, near the state's border with Arkansas, Missouri, and Kentucky. Man, oh man, that's crazy. Oh boy. What do we see here? This is mean, I know. But what do we see here? Oh, hey look. 2 lefty women. I know, not nice to talk ill of them. But 2 lefty women who probably berated the dude. Drove him knuckin' futs. So yeah, we got this dude. I'm trying to find about the guys who helped him. Okay, here. Saturday, the Bureau said it arrested and charged 2 men described as associates. See, I didn't know about this part. Who were accused of assisting him after the endings. The TBI said they had obtained warrants charging 29-year-old Tanaka. Dude, last time I heard the name Tanaka was in the old Hawaii 5-0. Tanaka Brown and 29-year-old Giovante Thomas, both of Jackson, with accessory after the fact to first-degree ending. Yike. Brown also faces 1 count of evidence tampering. Jeez. Dude, I'm sorry. I am not. If I had a friend who did crap like this, even if they were the lefty nose ring styles, no, ain't helping them. But then we got Doofy, you boy, over here. What is all the Browns, folks? There's a lot of Browns in this here. I know we got Drummond, but we got Brown down here in this ad, in this story. But then we go over here. Paul Michael Brown. Duh, are we in the Matrix? Manhunt intensifying for the gunman who allegedly, I don't know if they've been found, but this is just a couple hours ago. I was looking, I didn't see anything, but intensifying for the gunman who allegedly ended a bartender and 3 patrons at a bar in southwestern Montana. You know what? I'm going to tell you something right now. This guy's lucky. Montana, there's a lot more people carrying in Montana. He's lucky that somebody else didn't have theirs with him and stop him, shall we say. Yeah. Paul Michael Brown. Dude, too many Browns. What is going on with the Brown? I swear, like the Matrix has run out of names. Allegedly opened fire around 10:30 a.m. Okay. If it's Friday at 10:30 a.m. and 1, your bar is open, 2, you're already drinking in that bar, well, we got other shit to discuss. And I got no problem with people having a drink. I'm not a teetotaler. I don't drink often, but I do have a drink here or there. As you guys know, anybody's seen my channel know, mostly I'm drinking energy drinks. You know, tonight I'm drinking iced tea, but That's my drink of choice. But anybody I've ever known growing up or throughout my life, if they're drinking at 10:30 a.m., they've got problems. I had a friend who was a major alcoholic, and he was drinking at 9, 10 a.m. and offering me beers. By the time I'd get over to his house at 9 or 10 a.m., he'd already had 7 or 8. And yes, he really did put beer in his Cheerios because he was having shakes. So yeah, woof. The name of this place is crazy. The Owl Bar in Anaconda. A city of 9,000 people. So Anaconda's the city, but the Owl Bar in the city of Anaconda. Woof. Yeah, so it's wonder. I'm surprised, of course. Now I'm less surprised. It was 10:30 a.m. Yeah, it's probably why nobody had a firearm. But so you go into a bar later at night and you're allowed to carry one in there. A lot of states you can't in a bar. But jeez, guy's lucky to run somebody with one. Brown lived next door to the bar and was not a stranger to the area and establishment. He fled the scene as believed to be armed and dangerous. Well, way to go, cops and news people. He did this. They seem damn sure if they're saying he did this. He fled the scene as believed to be armed and dangerous. Let me help you out right here. Anybody that says guy off somebody and says he's believed to be dangerous, no, let me help you here. He fled the scene and is armed and dangerous. Not believed. You save that bullshit words like we have to presume innocent until guilty. You save that shit for court. Not right after we probably have some type of cameras from inside the bar showing you all witnesses that you offed people. We don't get to have to play these words. It's like find the armed and dangerous dude. Lee Johnson with the Montana Department of Justice said, oof. Brown was in the Army from 01 to 05 and the National Guard from 06 to 09. Spent 1 year deployed in Iraq and left the service in rank of sergeant. Let's not get the military involved. I'm going to say it's military. Burios, 100%. Pick your day or night shift. You know, Jimmy, you're right, buddy. I usually piss on people for doing what I just did. Where I get tired of everything being closed now because a lot of people don't have the same schedule. People used to work second and third shift now have a problem going grocery shopping. All the grocery stores close. Walmart closes. Everything's closed. So yeah, thank you, Jimmy. Because I have a friend who is pissed off about that. He works late shift. Now he's like, shit. Now I got to get up during the time when I'm sleeping and go get my groceries. So you're right. You are right. He called me on that. Feel free to throw them flip-flops at me because, yeah. Hoist myself on my own petard. So, yeah. Had a cousin who was alcoholic and passed, but I used to joke he looked like he escaped from The Simpsons because of his jaw. Yeah. I had a friend like that. He's about maybe a half inch shorter than me, but makes me look chubby because he drinks like insane and he shakes. He's about my age. He shakes. He's been shaking for years. He's one of those functional drunks. He drinks incessantly, but somehow he can hold a job. He goes to work. Kid don't have a license anymore. You can guess why, but yeah. In fact, we had to stop being friends because he was drinking. He would start fights with people, call people. Started dragging my wife into shit, and I was like, that's it. I'm done. Done. Started saying me and an ex were doing something we weren't. It's like, does your wife know you talked to? Yes, my wife's sitting right here. She knows I was talking to her about her car. Deal with it. Yeah, so he was a problem maker. Alcohol makes people mean sometimes. I miss 24-hour Walmart. Yes, 100%. I do miss it. I miss what our society used to be. But I don't know, what do you guys think of these? I mean, the left is trying to make hay out of this, but it sounds like two just mentally goofy people. Where once again, we were talking earlier, we need to bring back asylums. People need to be put away. I'm tired of people being on a watch list or being on radar. Oh, they've had multiple run-ins with the police. Everybody knew they were slightly off. And then they're always But we used to put people like that away because we knew they were unsafe. I mean, god dang. Anaconda Police, Deer Lodge County. Sorry, that's just too much for me. That's like something the dang Matrix made up. Yeah, this is just nutso. So, I don't know. I'm just tired of running into this. But I know the left is trying to make more hay out of this possible while they're trying to ignore the whole New York City shooting. Remember, they called the guy white. Oh, white suspect. Even though every image out there that was available at the time that they were actually showing on their screen was a black man or a Hispanic dude or whatever. He sure wasn't white. But they're saying, a white dude. Fuck you. They are trying to walk away from that one and bring these out. And I'm going to ask a question. I know it's got to piss some people off a little bit. Why is it the number for mass shooting keeps dropping? Usually if somebody offed 10, 15 people, 20 people, that's a mass shooting. Now it's like 2 or 3 and we call it a mass shooting. I think we need a certain level for mass. But that's just me. All right, guys, let me bring me up here. That's about all I had to cover for the night. Just wanted to talk about that a little. Wasn't going to talk about it much because I don't find it as big a deal as some. Let me get over here and just talk to you guys for a little bit, and we'll be out of here. Yeah, I know, I got my screen narrowed. I don't know if you guys like the screen narrowed like this where you don't have to see the background of my room. I've had some people say they like this view better. They don't want to care about the room behind me. I've had others, which I think they're masochists because then you have to see more of me. Or do you like the wide screen behind me look? Which I can do real quick here for talking to you. It's not hard to do. It is a simple boink and boink. Okay. Then I just drag me over. There we go. Or I can just I got a dog in the background you can see there. Oh, he's getting off the couch. Yeah, we rearranged the room down here too. So there's a dog in the background with a tail. So I will bring over to here so I can just see the chat and stay on this screen. There we go. But yeah, let's talk about that a little bit, guys. Going grocery shopping at 3 a.m. is peaceful. Oh, 100%. Dude, there are times where even if I wasn't on a late shift, I'd go shopping near the jewel store near me, always closed. But they used to close at 2 a.m. I think they now close at midnight, which makes them one of the later stores. The Hy-Vee stores in all my area close at like 10. They used to be 24 hours. 10 or, yeah, I think Walmart is what, 10 or 11? Walmart used to be 24 hours. There'd be times I'd go out shopping, take dogs with me. They could sit in the car, nice cool night, get a good ride. Go grocery shopping, do stuff. My wife didn't have to worry about it. I could do it at night. I love nights. And now everything closes. The Jewel Osco grocery store near us, in fact, I think all of them in the Quad Cities stay open till midnight. All the Hy-Vee stores, which are our biggest brand here, close at like 10. Our Walmarts close at like 10 or 11. This is insanity. The bars even close earlier. Not as many people out. The only thing open 24/7 is the gas stations. A few of them. So yeah, I do miss it. You guys are 100% right. And it is peaceful. But yes, you go to Walmart at 3 a.m. and yeah, you have your camera ready because you're going to catch some freaks. I will tell you this, depending on which Walmart you go to, you also got to be careful because there's not some very good people in some of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 or 5 super Walmarts in this area. And 2 of them are really nice. One of them is a little freaky late at night. And another one can be a little off late at night. But yeah, depending on which one you go to. Oof. Hey, GTR, what's up, man? I just search for people at Walmart website and it shows in Google results. But when you click on it, website doesn't come up. Martino, easier to just do that on X anymore. Just use Twitter. Type in people at Walmart. Yeah. Let's see. I think dogs are extrovert and want a lot of attention. And cats are introverts and only want attention. Well, Jimmy, you haven't met our cats. Our cats are glued to us almost as much as our dogs. So yeah, our cats have always, even the last ones we had have always been, it depends how you treat cats. The problem is a lot of people treat cats like they don't care about people. Well, then the cats, it's programmed in their head not to. If you treat a cat almost like a dog, give them as much attention, as much love, as much play. A lot of people don't do that. They let cats are starving for play just as much as dogs, interaction. Our cats love to be around us because we play and do stuff with them. We try to treat them closer to dogs. So yeah. Search Walmart after midnight. Woof. Yeah, there you go. No, dogs and cats all love people. If people have extroverted or cats that are introverted, then they didn't treat the cats right most of the time. Not all the time. Everybody's different. Cats need attention just like dogs to become people animals. I don't know, Jay Waterston. It depends. I've had a good amount of cats, and our cats have always been just as friendly as our dogs almost. And you guys see what happens normally if certain kitty cat, I'm not saying his name, God knows, certain kitty cat's awake, he's down here. He's either at my feet, over here on the table, or up here behind me. That's what he is. I think I have at least 2 dogs down here right now. I think 2 of our 3 dogs are down here, and maybe 1 cat on the other side of the couch. But yeah, I agree with you guys. The shopping at Walmart and doing shopping at night was great. And not having that kind of sucks. So yeah, I agree. It's something we miss nowadays. I do feel it's something lost, and I think it's one of the biggest things COVID did is we all lost our great shopping. And I think it's a sad thing that we've lost that. Our cats aren't a-holes. Our cats are great. Come on, you guys see what the one cat does. I'm not saying his name. I don't know if he's awake and can hear me or if he's on the other side of the couch and hears me. Our kitties love us. Of course, like I said, we pay a lot of attention to them. We talk to them almost like our dogs. Hell, they go out in the yard with our dogs. And 99.9% of the time, don't leave our yard. They come back in when we yell. So if you're ever going to get another cat, treat them like a dog. Pay as much attention to them. Try talking to them as much. Treating them about the same. You're going to have a very loyal cat. But here, let me ask you guys a quick question. We're not going to be on much longer, guys. I got a long day today. What is the biggest thing you guys miss since COVID that closes early where you live? And I'm glad GTR is here because GTR is in the UK. Boy, I feel for you guys in the UK. I've been reading a lot of stuff and watching a lot of stuff over there. Whoa. Even our Congress is worried about you guys and going over trying to help with your free speech issues. Wow. I've seen people in the UK posting that the UK should become America's 51st state. It's like, damn. Damn, or at least parts of it. It's like, whoa, that's rough. Somebody was saying, well, America broke away from us, but now we may end up having to join them if we want our freedom back. It's like, shit. But no, what do you guys think? What do you miss that you used to be able to do after dark more or at all that now you can't since COVID? Because I don't think it's just America. I think it's worldwide. I talk to people around the other countries, and they say that, yeah, since COVID, most of their stuff, their Asda or Walmart or whatever stores close earlier too. And even the bars are not near as busy. In my area, we had these 2 bars, and they're some of my favorites. I'd go drink sugar-free Red Bull and play video games at Analog Arcade in Davenport, Moline. One in Moline closed. It's now an Italian restaurant that doesn't look like it's doing real good. The one in Davenport is still open, but it's closing. Actually, it might be closed now. I think at the beginning of the month it closed. That is a big loss. People weren't going out as much. And a lot of bars are having problems in my area. Like I said, you can look up Davenport, Iowa. Look up the whole Quad Cities around where I live here. Bars are not doing as well. And I have people that talk at other places. Bars aren't doing as good. Neither are restaurants. People lost a lot. GTR, yeah, Yeah, but they're wind-up merchants. Yeah, I'm not saying his name. That certain tuxedo cat here, he is definitely a wind-up merchant. Yeah, he goes up and bites his sisters in the butt to get her going. She does not get to ignore him. Let's put it that way. We need to borrow your president. Man, well, right now we just loaned you a couple congressmen. But, man, that is crazy. I've seen message boards and stuff from over in the UK, and there are some people actually talking about how to get your freedoms back, you may have to actually become part of America. It's like, holy gods. That is scary. And I think it's not because UK people aren't proud of their country or their heritage. It's because they're not allowed to be anymore. In fact, they're so proud of their heritage and their country that they don't want it to disappear. And they know if nothing changes with your leaders, it's going to disappear. That even saying the words, maybe we should become the 51st through 53rd state or something for America, would give you keep more of your history, more of your more of your freedoms than what your own government is going to do for you. And that is just freaky. Freaky. I wish Trump had time and everything. Man, as much as he's doing right now, I don't think he's got time to deal with. But hey, we sent some people over to try, but woof. Now, come on, J.D. Vance called out your world leaders right in front of him. He's saying right out there how they're going after freedom of speech and stuff. So, wow. Didn't Chicago have drive-through strip joints during COVID? Did they? I never heard of that, but I guess. I mean, Colorado had drive-up liquor marts. Now, I didn't know that, Jimmy. Not that I've ever heard. I don't think I've noticed much difference related to what you're asking, but I've definitely noticed a massive increase of anger and bad attitude. Oh, yeah. People have gotten a really bad driving. So, GTR, let me ask. I don't know if you guys, how many Walmarts you have over there. I know it's not your, but in America, Walmart is our biggest retailer. But even in my area, we had a 24-hour Target store, too. You know, Target, whatever. And that's not open 24 hours anymore. Like I said, we have 4 or 5 super Walmarts here in the Quad Cities. Those have been 24 hours as long as I can remember. Now they're not. They're closed at 10 and 11. That's what I'm talking about, changes. Even a lot of the Taco Bells and McDonald's and Hardee's and Carl's Jr.'s and whatever else close earlier now. Stuff like that's what I'm talking about, GTR. And thing is, I've talked to other people in the UK, and they talk about stuff that closes early compared to what it used to. Maybe not the bars over there, but there are a lot of the businesses, things they used to do or go to or whatever, that closes earlier. And I know people in New Zealand talk about it. People in Australia talk about it. It just hasn't been the same. But yeah, people are pissier. People are pissier. I've seen driving go worse. There's always been some a-holes that'll flip you off when they run a stop sign and flip you off. If you beep them or something or run a red light. But nowadays, it's worse. I have a dash cam. I use an old cell phone in my vehicle for dash cams. I'm too cheap to buy a dash cam. But an old cell phone works great. Delete everything off. Just use it as a cam. Works beautiful. You got a big screen. Yeah. Dash cam. We have dash cams in our vehicles now because people are lunatics. All right. Had a friend married to a British chick and it killed me, her hollering, "Oh, what are you?" Oh, my God. Nice. Well, Jimmy, I tell you what, people in the UK, I know GTR will tell you, depending on where you live, there a lot of times they can't understand half their own people over there. You think our accents change in this country from region to region? Whoa. Man, I got friends in certain parts of the UK go, nah, if you try to talk to somebody from over here, you ain't gonna understand shit. Oh, notice that, buddy? There's definitely a lot more control coming in. Yeah. So what you're saying, GTR, is all your 24-hour stores are still open 24 hours? Because like I said, I talked to people in other parts of the UK say no. The places they used to go to late at night, if they wanted to shop or do stuff, are closed earlier. So if they're not where you're at, hey, that's kick-ass. Because like I said, I don't live in a small area. I live in a 437+ thousand metro area, and a lot of our shit closes earlier. My bad, Google said Portland, Oregon, and Houston, Texas had drive-through. Oh, yeah. Wow. Portland, Oregon, and Houston? Wow, there's a mix. You wouldn't expect those two to have something in common like that. And when I did urban exploring of a small, abandoned, drive-up liquor mart. Try understanding a drunk person from Glasgow in Scotland. Ouch. Urbexy may not like to hear that. Yeah. I've talked to a couple people in Ireland that are like that too. I can understand them till they get drunk. When they get drunk, I'm done. I bow out. My brain cells can't handle it. I always made the joke, how the hell did our language evolve from them? Yeah. Well, everybody's changed language, Jimmy. There's a lot of people that even talk about how the English spoken in the UK now is nowhere near what it used to be, that they've wandered away from it too, that I used to actually think our language was so muddied up compared to the mother language. But now I'm finding out that it's actually, we are actually closer in many ways to the old school English than the people in the UK are now. I didn't know that. And you want to guess who turned me on to it? You're going to laugh. You ready for this? Jeremy Clarkson made a comment on his Clarkson's Farm about that. And there are people agreeing. I'm like, what? So I had to go look it up. Yeah. A lot of what we speak in America is closer to the older English. That we've wandered less lately. God knows when you learn shit from Jeremy Clarkson. The Irish talk really quickly. Not only that, GTR, man, their accent. My wife's not as good with some of the accents, so she watches a lot of things with captions. But man, oh man. You catch a drunk Irish person, I'm going to agree with you. Whoa. It is rough. But GTR, what part of England, Britain, right and proper, there's one end of it where the people speak very broken, very accented English. What is that? Because, man, there's times I'll be watching things, even sometimes your news, I'll be interviewing somebody. It's like interviewing our rednecks down south. Well, after our tornado, they find the worst trailer trash person that speaks some deep accent, but times that by 1,000. Now, I can't remember what, it's not Cockney, is it? But something like that. Youngsters here have started more Americanisms. Wow. Well, it's good, because maybe we'll drag it back to the English. All right, let's see here. I see the people, a couple people still over on Rumble. How you doing, Rumble? But yeah. Whew. That is a big change. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find that. Jay Watterson posted this earlier. Let's go. Sydney. Take one more look at Sydney, though.
Sydney Sweeney has very...
I said, I don't think she's the most gorgeous girl, but she's attractive. She's a celebrity, and she's not crapping all over fans and everybody else. I follow him, too. James Woods. See, I follow James. And James posted, oh my God. Mount Lushmore. James Woods is epic. But Jay Watterson posted this earlier, and I didn't open it over here, but... oh my God. There it is. This is what Jay Watterson shared earlier. 2020 was the nightmare election year. 2024 was our salvation, yeah. 2020 advertisements. Nike, own the floor. Dance to move you. Dance to move others. Dance to move us. Gotta take a lot to move that. And by the way, I also believe spandex should not be made in anything above a certain size. American Eagle. Yeah, see? Now, it's funny how this girl in these jeans wasn't racist, but this girl is. Okay. By the way, has nothing to do with the skin color. It has something to do with something else. Anybody else want to guess what it is? How I find the one on the right more attractive? Yes, the leftists and racists among us will say, yeah, because she's white and blonde. Nope, that ain't it. But that's all lefties see. Al, you just like her because she's white. She's white. That's horrible. No. Yeah. Has to do with something else. Just saying. How about this? I can be a little more bold. How about because Sydney Sweeney can reach and wipe her own ass? I don't know. And maybe do it without using a whole roll of toilet paper or a high-pressure garden hose each time. Well, that could have something to do with it. Yep. Yep, things have changed. Things have changed. Things have changed. All right. Oh, sorry here, guys. Let me let you see this too. If I can get this to shrink. Bing, boing. Oh, wrong button. And boing. There we go. That's what I was talking about. James Woods over here. Jay Watterson started this earlier. 2020 was the nightmare election. 2024 is our salvation, yeah. 2020 ads right here on the left. 2025 ads on the right, yeah. Even though I think subjecting a baby to golf is tantamount to child abuse. You wait till you're 97 years old and one step from, then you maybe touch a golf club. But that's just me. Of course, I'm the guy that thinks calling golf a sport should be disallowed, just like calling bowling a sport. If I can do it with my crap lungs, it's not a sport. Yes, I'm picking on myself, but if my crappy lungs can do it and do it well enough if I practice to be really good, that's not a sport. If I get to compete against healthy people and I can actually do that with my health problem, what you're doing is not a sport. A sport is something people like me can't compete in. So yeah, feel free to send your hate mail too, LyonsDen@gmail.com. LyonsDenWS6@gmail.com. Feel free to send them there. But yeah, that does kind of sum it up, doesn't it, for the night? All right. And if anybody always likes to ask what I'm watching, my background tonight, that is a live stream from a streamer I like to watch late at night a lot when I'm doing meds called Raffire. And he plays Warzone a lot, so I like his streams. So, yep, feel free to check him out. Rafire on YouTube. He's also everywhere else, but YouTube's where I watch him. Not sure, some accents are difficult for foreigners. Maybe Cornwall. Maybe, that might be it. If I spoke to you in my local accent, you'd be very confused. Oh my God, don't do that. Yeah, see, man, I can do a lot of UK accents. I've watched a lot of UK TV ever since I grew up. From Doctor Who on. So I was always used to it. So yeah. I was always used to it. So. But I am probably going to get off here, guys. But do me a favor. Please hit thumbs up for the stream. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm still dealing with a lot with 2 family members that are having some illnesses and some physical, and it's both sides, unfortunately. My brother is helping, thankfully. So between the two of us, we're trying to make a lot of go of it. And my cousin is also dealing with it on his part of the family right now. So, yeah. And then I've got a lot going on other than that. So, and YouTube hates me. I've proven it, sorry. I've proven it. Not to beat that dead YouTube channel to death, but But yeah, and I'm going to try to do more of my theme thumbnails with myself. I thought tonight's was my Big Trouble Little China. My thumbnail for the night was pretty good. Actually, I can pull up and add it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to add image. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It is here. It is Here's my thumbnail. There, that's me. There's my thumbnail for the night. I think it did pretty good. I took Big Trouble Little China image that I actually made using AI. And then that was my thumbnail I did before with Trump. And I took and actually uploaded a picture of me and had it turn me to a cartoon and then make me into the Big Trouble Little China. I thought I did pretty good. And I just had me wearing my shirt. It got mad when I tried to have it add the hat, though. It got really mad. It said, that breaks our rules. I'm like, you already did another one. It did another one tonight where I was doing another setting. Where it did the Trump at the MAGA hat. But I'm like, wait a minute, you already did it. AI makes no sense. But I thought it was kind of a good thumbnail. I actually kind of like that. And it really does look close to me. Do I wish I had hair like that? Yeah. Am I bald? No. Is it really thin? Yeah. Is that why I'm wearing the hat? No, I just grew up wearing hats. I grew up in the country. You wear hats. Come on, I got the hat bills all bent like you always do. I watched Dr. Who 3 episodes of Jody. Yeah, me too. That's when I bowed out. Even though the ones before Jody, the writing was definitely going down. But if, I forgot his name. Come on, the actor played before Jody. He was good. But he was trying to make do with some real shit scripts. And the feminism was really coming in then. The future's feminist is all women. It will be if we're lucky. Oh my God. Yeah, I haven't watched Doctor Who since, even though HBO Max does have the, not the old originals, not Pertwee and all them, but it does have the Eccleston up ones. So those are worth watching. I'd go back and watch Eccleston through just after Smith. A little bit after Smith. But yeah, you get to Jody, stop. They destroy the whole show. But I don't know, what do you guys think of my thumbnail? I think it looks a lot like me. They did really good. Got my big nose in there. Got the goatee and even the right color, even though it's a little whiter right there. I think it looks good. He got my wedding ring. I mean, it did good. The gun's a little screwy, but hey, I can live with that for Big Trouble Little China. No, not Matt Smith. Matt was before, oh, come on. Hang on. You guys, feel free to berate me for this. Who played the doctor after Matt Smith? There it is. Peter Capaldi. Capaldi. The Capaldi era, Capaldi was good, but the writing was shit. And they started saying, they were injecting so much feminism and hate in then. And he's like, the future is female. It's woman. It will be if we're lucky. Stuff like that. Oh, it was getting bad. And the female companions were always outdoing him, making him look stupid. Even though I probably have a hot take about the most popular, played by, what's her name, Tate. She's supposedly the most popular and the best of all doctors, all the doctors' companions. I hated her. I didn't like her then. She was an arrogant, stupid, pain in the butt T-Watt. Yes, we can wander off. But I know I liked my thumbnail tonight. I was rather proud of it, and I had the right theme. I got Big Trouble in China. Look at that. Look at that. See? Hey? That's not bad for a kind of a mixture. Just got a quick AI thing. Looks pretty good. Look at that. It's almost like looking in a mirror. All right, let me block that. Boom. Okay. Doctor Who, to me, died once Jodie and... Oh, yeah, 100%. It was getting hard to watch during Capaldi. It was very hard to watch. I was checking out during Capaldi because the writing was so bad and you could see what was going on. But yeah, Jodie, I tried a couple. I was like, holy God, it can't be as bad as everybody says. It was. And it only got worse. Yes, Donna Noble. Ugh. And then what they did to her, bringing her back with her daughter and saying the doctor is an idiot. They brought back David Tennant, arguably one of the best, if not the best doctor out there, and made him into a ween head. Yes, we know nothing. You know nothing, and we know everything. You would know that if you were a girl. Oh, F me. We had a know-it-all POS, Donna Noble, which I never liked. I do not understand why any Doctor Who fan liked her. She was always a pain in the ass, a jackass, a dumbass, an arrogant T-Wat, and just a horrible all-around, not a very good person if you look how she was. And then they got her daughter, the biological male daughter, talking about, you would know if you were a girl. Oh, F you. Yeah. I didn't like Donna. And I know it's a hot take to some people, because I like Gary from Nerdrotic, and some of these other people would argue with me. Of course, they would argue with me, because I'm a nobody compared to them. But I think she was the horrid companion. Okay. So I will try to do more streams where we talk about certain TV shows and movies too. But it's going to be as I get time, as things go. As it is, I am slightly over my time, but not too bad compared to my normal running over. But I am going to get out of here. Thank you guys for staying up. Thank you, GTR, for getting up. And I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much. Please hit thumbs up on the way out. Anybody new watches this, hey, feel free to subscribe. And I will report on how long your subscription stayed. I will tell you if it's 1 day, 2 days, or if, hey, YouTube stretches out to 3 or 4. Woohoo. We'll see. And until then, I'm going to say it. Donna Noble is the worst of all the Doctor's companions. And the one where they brought David Tennant back proves it. Have a good one, GTR. Thank you, buddy. Jay Watterson, thank you very much. Hey, I got to what you... I did look at... I looked on my other computer, Jay Watterson. Wasn't ignoring it. That's why I use it. And I gave you credit, bud. Trust me. I was there. I don't know if you heard it. Jimmy! And... Sorry, I'm trying to scan through. I don't like missing people, but I always do. Oh, come on. Bert Martino, no reply. All right, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you later. I hope you have a good Sunday wherever you're at. It is 4:17 a.m. Sunday for me. I know for GTR it is about, 11:30 Sunday for him. Clara was the best. I have to admit I'm a little bit partial to Rose. I liked Rose Tyler. Okay. We will do a Doctor Who chat sometime, all right? And now, I won't be as in-depth or knowledgeable as somebody like Nerdrotic or Critical Drinker, but I did watch Doctor Who since I was a child on Iowa Public Television. They did Sci-Fi Friday nights. I love it. 10:17. Okay. So you're only 6 hours. Okay, you're 6 hours ahead of us. I missed about an hour. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you very much. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And Slimer behind me on the stereo speaker says, thanks for stopping by.